Okay, so first things first, wardrobe. So this is the first time I'm ever watching this group, and I'm not sure if this is going to be the last or not. But I'm also assuming that a lot of people on YouTube, this is your first time watching me. So I will be, if you've watched me a million times, I will say and often reiterate a lot of similar things because I just assume people are it's people's first time watching me. So there are. Let's start off with uh, several things. Starting off with starting position. Uh, we'll talk about several things first, just to give you guys a heads up. So I'm going to talk about starting position, uh, their their hook or how they the first 5 seconds, and their wardrobe before we get into really dissecting the dance. So starting position, I view is the same as a YouTube thumbnail. It is what intrigues the audience and makes them like you want it essentially to have a high click through rating of like people to watch. This I think considering how old this video is, I think this is one of like and because the starting positions for a lot of groups now are very like unique, but this is what I would define as the most generic starting position because it's a simple head down, feet past the shoulders, very generic, and I would say just like if this were say example a beginning crew, I would get a pass. They would get a pass because it's they might be new. I don't know, but in terms of like if we're just putting in the context of high performing, like this, you want something for me, it's something unique, but also that works in context. So if we watch the first, move on to the first 5 seconds, it makes sense. But I also think we can be a little bit more creative. So, um, so see, feet apart, head down. So now let's get into the first 5 seconds, see how they hook us. And let's move my Camtasia. Here we go. Okay, so they definitely started off with, I'd say, ethereal acting. So there's several ways that you can go in hooking the audience. So the first 5 seconds, you can be very high energy. The like so like they say starting off with a backflip or very explosive movements, or for the other ones where you can just do acting the whole time and then slowly bring up the energy, or you can do I think what they did. It started off explosive and then slowed it down and then brought it back up. But they're primarily the purpose of the movement was for their character to initiate uh, and just and move because because it's not just heavily reliant on the choreography. So I definitely think they're definitely more on this area, and then they brought it back up. Okay, so but that just isn't just the whole thing though. Like they for the context of a routine, is you can start off low and then bring it up and then let it be a roller coaster. Ideally, that's what you want, and you don't want it to be just down here the whole time, nor you don't want it to be here. You want a nice little oscillation of like a start off high, just let the audience rest a bit, and then back up. But if some people just are successful in sometimes going higher and higher, or start up here and then bring up the energy even more. So it depends on what type of emotional journey that you want to do this. Okay, so let's go into wardrobe. Wardrobe, I'd say like it goes into the realm of individual, like indiv- there's a theme, but also matched with individuality. So there's two ways you can go about this. So you can go, let's see, where's you can go super if you want to be clean, you have everyone wear the same thing, same tops, shirts, pants, and shoes. If you want people to be unique, you let them wear essentially whatever they want. Essentially this right here, we have this pattern which is super like very bold, and then we have this bold red, and then we have three guys all oops all in dark, so which is kind of which makes a huge imbalance, as you can see. Like you see that these three like stand out like crazy. Let's see what's this, because your eye immediately goes here, and then these three kind of like fade into the back, like almost like backup dancers. So, but with this, since there's a clear theme, it's kind of like a black, silver, black, white, gray kind of vibe to it. But everyone has their own take on it. Especially like this one. I really like this take because this is how I've been wearing my sweaters at home. It's very comfortable because it's always like it's hot sometimes going out, but then it gets cold, so I can just like, okay, I'm hot again, and just right before I started doing this, like I was like, I thought I was hot, and then I sat back down, I was cold, and like I'm somewhere in between right now. Okay, so that's what. Let's move on to the dance details. So again, really nice speed control. So speed controlling mean like they speed up, they hit the spot, boom, but then they don't stay there. They keep it going. Bah. Which is, I feel like, is a very almost Mike song kind of thing to do. I almost feel like he made speed control super mainstream thanks to ABDC and Cabo Modern. So shouts out to Cabo 6. Ooh, nice use on the musicality on the, what is that? The oscillations happening with the voice, the vibrato. Nice little play on that. I like the effect that they're having here on the da-da-da-da. Very simple and effective. Camera is just overkilling it like crazy. Like, what's so cool? This footwork, not a fan of this because I couldn't even see it. It can't even. You sure as hell can't see it on TV because I don't know. It just feels too hidden. It could be the lighting in the room. But I do see see the purpose in the pathways because it's up here, and then it's down, and then it just makes sense to bring it to do something there. Like that. Can't breathe. Can't. And then a nice strong picture. So it's a boom. Oh, sorry. Whoops. They go like a movement and hit. Nice picture. Nice use of repetition. I like how simple this is. I like because it's super clean. The counts are on whole counts. It's very easy to read. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good use of the the sides for the visual effects. Round, kick, boom, boom. This could definitely be a clarity kind of thing, or in terms of like what are you looking at? Are we looking this way? Are we looking to the audience? So it's definitely more of a detail thing. So okay, so I like that. I do like this. It does really feel unbalanced because there's 3 here. I know he's technically back point, but you can visually still see it, at least for me. He says I'm... Is that a kickball change? The kickball change, yeah, very simple. But it's the way they did it, it really hits. Kickball change. Ha! 5, 6. I love that. And I like the whole aspect of using the floor, even though I know we're on this side, but I like how they essentially they divided, like when groups divide the floor, and then they have one group here. Oops, hello. They have one group here and then another group here, and gives others an opportunity to kind of breathe and gives and really, I think, simplifies it. Yeah, see, breather. I like this choice for him. He could have danced as well. God, he looks like so much of the dancers I knew in the competitive scene growing up. That was like just me in college. But I like his choice here. I think it's way more powerful. It reads. Look at this hero moment right there. It's way better, in my opinion. Nice. I'm here and breathing. Love that. Like this is the performance ASMR. I like how that's like the identifying move for this whole thing for like shock. Like that's the move. I like it. It's strong. I personally think there could have been something a little bit more, maybe on the nose or something. But I think it's very sharp, and it reads. I'm not sure if it lands in terms of like, is this move iconic for this dance? Like, I'm pretty sure it like fans still took it, and then like I don't know, like they might have danced with it, but I just feel like, you know, the move just feels too generic for what can really have stood for the dance. But then again, like this is also a time before social media really blew up. Like like TikTok wasn't a thing, so oh god, look at those level changes right here. They're right here. But and then they drop it. Look at that huge level change from there, and then they're all the way up there. That's great use of levels and like 1A count. Clever. I like that. Very on the nose. Back to me. Back to me. It's very on the nose. Definitely not choreography. It still excuse me. It still looks really solid, especially with the context of this dance. There's definitely a detail thing right here. I don't know if it's like kind of like groove however you want. See how everyone's doing their own thing, or does it have to be detailed because his arms are swinging for that groove. Nice speed control, nice pathways. Ooh, beautiful pathways on that. Okay, so from here we got this speed control here. They kick it up, bam, brings it up, then shoots it down, and then figure eights up. That pathway is wild. Oh damn, they fucking ran out of nowhere, dude. This is kind of nice framing because they're casually walking, and then this guy just fucking just attacks. Nice. That simple groove going around. Nice. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That was nice. Yeah, I like how economical they're being with the movements for like, and also when they dance and when they just hold a pose. Again, great use of. I do like this moment right here. This kind of like boom, this rotation, boom, nice dynamic of the different levels, and using the directions. This is kind of almost like a cool revolving door effect. Yeah, I really think him just holding that super mega alpha stance right there while they dance is just reads way better than him doing all this dancing. This is a case of like, I know there's artists that we've worked with that want to dance like almost like they say I want to dance like such and such artists, and like in reality like you don't have to let the dancers in the back make you look good. Like, and this is a good case because he can dance and show off his dance ability, but this moment he can just own the moment. Ooh, that was a slick slide and glide into this. Ba da 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 into this nice little diagonal. Nice interpretation of that moment again, but like just doing pose and a pose and a pose. I love this part. Ba da da da. God, that part that's my favorite. Just the levels and the pathways and the flow. Okay, nice. Love just like the shaking in the in that. I like that he started freestyling a little bit, man. I love use the simple use of the levels here. The O. So high. See that? High level, mid level, and then they go to bat. Sorry, high level to standing level to mid level. All right. Okay, so that's it. In terms of that, I mean, the main thing that they have with this is I think they're just sharp. They're consistently sharp. That's like the main thing that they have throughout this whole thing. There's not a whole lot of texture changes, but definitely strong dynamic choreography with good use of levels, and especially with for choreography at the time. So